The 10 most pointless Easter eggs in Call of Duty Zombies. If you agree, let me know in the comments below and leave a like. If you feel like I've missed one on this list, then please let me know below as well. Start with number 1 in this list, we have the Spork Knife on Blood of the Dead. Now, as I'm sure you all remember from the original mod, that you could get the Golden Spork, which was an absolutely insane melee weapon. Well, Treyarch wanted to one-up that with Blood, with the ultimate melee weapon being the Golden Spork Knife. This thing is a one-hit kill on any round, which sounds amazing. However, it's pointless as the steps themselves are some of the longest and toughest in any zombies map. Firstly, you need to get the Golden Scalpel, which requires the Golden Spork and Hell's Redeemer. Those are pretty convoluted in themselves, but then you'll need to get 100 melee kills. And after getting the Redeemer and the Scalpel, you're going to be pretty high up in the rounds. Once you've got the 100 kills, you then go to the Bloodbath, the new Industries building, and give the Spork to the Skeletal Hand. You then need to go around the map and find 3 gemstones, which can be obtained by throwing the Hell's Redeemer at them. And then probably the worst step is you then need to place these 3 stones at 3 different traps. These being the Fan Trap, the Acid Trap, and the Spinning Blades Trap. And then you have to get 100 kills at each of the traps. Bear in mind, I don't think any of us really use traps, but then you have to go out your way to specifically hoard up zombies to run them through traps. This takes forever, and then you have to take the fast travel from the cafeteria to the Tramverse tunnel, quickly turn around and throw the Hell's Redeemer at the fast travel grate to dislodge a golden nugget. The golden nugget and the gems, you can then go to the furnace to create the golden scalpel. So we're still not done. You then need to melee kill Brutus at the roundabout on the catwalk to get the sign to change. And you go back to the Bloodbath, interact, and you'll get the Golden Spork Knife. Now, the map is by no means easy at any point, so the fact that this can take you as long as round 30 plus just to get this all done is really not worth it. I doubt many of you that are watching this video have actually ever done this Easter egg because it's just so long-winded. Moving over to pointless Easter egg number 2, this is in fact the transit Easter egg. Like, I just mean the entire thing is pointless. And you're probably questioning, well, what side are you talking about? Well, I'm talking about both of them, all right? On one side, you've got to build a jet gun to then literally destroy it for absolutely no reason. And you also need to get EMP grenades to use them for one specific situation. There is no reward for doing the Easter egg. It's just an inconvenience to your gameplay experience. I really don't know what Treyarch were thinking when they created that Easter egg quest. I don't know if it just came down to they ran out of time to create a good Easter egg, because this one is awful. But don't worry, every other Easter egg on this list is not a main quest, it's an actual Easter egg. There's been some bad ones, but I wouldn't say there's any others that exist that are pointless. Going on to Easter egg number 3, this is going to be the Exquisite upgrade on Zombies in Spaceland, and I'm sure most of you have completely forgotten what that is. Well, the Exquisite is an upgraded version of the Arcane Core buildable inside of Zombies in Spaceland. So the Arcane Core allowed you to put an elemental upgrade to your weapon. But when you've got 4 amazing wonder weapons, you don't even really need to put an elemental upgrade on your weapon. So what was the point of this? In order to get it, you had to open Pack-a-Punch and let the UFOs fly around, complete any of the elemental cores. Then when a brute spawns him, lead him to the crocodile trap and let him get stuck inside of it, which will break the teeth and allow you to place on golden teeth. Inside of here is where you could get one of the elemental upgrades, but instead you're going to pick up the crystal, take it to Pack-a-Punch, and place it inside of the cabinet. And then you had to repeat this process, completing every single Arcane Core upgrade. Instead of putting it on your weapon, putting it here in the Pack-a-Punch. Then eventually you could go back to the crocodile's mouth and you could equip the Exquisite upgrade onto your weapon. What it does is it gives you more ammo, increases your rate of fire, reduces recoil, enables your shots to bounce on walls and off the ground, and give a poison effect for your bullets. On paper, those effects sound great, but again, there's just so much effort needed to get this that it's not worth it at all. Our next pointless Easter egg is taking us to the final Black Ops 4 Zombies map for Targ der Toten, and this is the secret Easter egg. And this one is undoubtedly very, very cool, but it is pointless, and this is being launched from the main flinger over to the secret area where you've got to swim through this icy underwater cave and swim for ages and die if you don't have a heat pack or your specialist weapon to gain your health back. And what's crazy is without the scripts for Black Ops 4 being decompiled, we'd never know that the actual way to do this is to crouch in the back right corner and just spin on the spot, and that guarantees you to get to the secret. And you eventually finish swimming out of that cave and you realize that you're on Mars and you're seeing a moon in front of you. Seems to indicate that Shangri-La was always on Mars after all this time. It's a very, very cool nod from Treyarch and a very cool Easter egg. Obviously made the hardcore fans go crazy, but at the same time, it is absolutely pointless. There's no need to do it. You don't get anything besides an achievement for it, and it's just downright weird. Halfway through here now for our fifth one, this is going to be 3 nunchucks on Shaolin Shuffle from Infinite Warfare Zombies. Now, I'm sure most of you don't even know this is a thing, because if you complete the Easter egg on Shaolin Shuffle, every time you spawn in, you can buy the katana in the dojo for 10,000 points. If you've got Director's Cut, you can just straight up buy that katana straight away. You're good to go. The nunchucks are another melee weapon in that map, and you can actually get them for free, but with a very convoluted Easter egg. So convoluted that I'm classing it as a pointless Easter egg. This is the Bookworm Easter egg quest. So what you had to do is, around the map, there would be 3 alarm clocks, and once around you could melee it, and you had a certain amount of time to go and find 2 items that were related to all your characters and melee them before time resets and rewinds you back to where the clock is. And you have a finite amount of time to melee those 2 items before you completed the step. That in itself is a little bit complicated if you don't look up a guide for it, but then after that you have to go around the map and find a TV in a specific location and change the channel until you find a cartoon image of your character on it, which will then spawn a load of ninja zombies. Once you've taken those out, you then need to go back and you need to melee all 3 of these alarm clocks within 1 single session. So there's a route you've got to take in order to hit all 3 of these clocks within the time frame, but you start off like on the rooftop, and then you got to hop down, you got to run into here and melee this on the little desk, and then you got to run underground into the subway station and melee this one, and if done correctly, it will spawn a fire sale. And when you go to hit the magic wheel, the first hit is always going to be nunchucks. Now this is so long-winded and ridiculous that it's just something that not everyone knows, let alone does in their game. Moving on to our next pointless Easter egg, we are going to the Shadowed Throne on World War II Zombies for a Raindrops Easter egg. Now, yeah, in Black Ops 3 and Black Ops 4, we can just pop a gobble gum to give ourselves raindrops, but they added it as a full-on Easter egg reward inside of the map. And in order to get it, you had to pick up a load of different hats around the map, and these hats are hidden in the most obscure locations ever. Once you've gotten these hats, you need to place them in a certain order on top of a cheetah on the stage here in the theater. Now, what is very cool is that you get rewarded a specific amount of points as well with this Raindrops, and you get given 5/2/1945. This is the date in which the Battle of Berlin ended, so the hats being placed is a little nod to all the different types of soldiers in the battle hanging their hats after it was over. However, the chance of you actually doing this Easter egg in most of your games is pretty much none, because it's just so much effort for a very tiny reward that's not even worth it. Now, this wouldn't be a most pointless Easter eggs video without going over most recent editions of Easter eggs in Call of Duty Zombies being on Vanguard Zombies, Terra Maledicta. There are 2 pointless Easter eggs in that map. The first being an antenna Easter egg, where using a shovel, you dig until you find an antenna. You place it on a radio, which spawns a load of boom shryers. Then after that, you've got to rotate 3 antennas around the map. And on that 3rd antenna, it's going to spawn a load of Stormkriegers. And once you take it out, your reward is just a random chest. The chances of there being anything good in it is very slim. And you can find probably like 10 of these chests just around the map anyway. So there's absolutely no point doing this. And the other Easter egg in Terra Maledicta is the secret room Easter egg, where using the shovel, you're going to dig up different pages from the Tome of Rituals, 4 in fact, and you place it on the door in the correct order, and it opens, revealing a death machine streak for you. Now, by the time you've got the map open to have the shovel, you're gonna have enough salvage to just get the death machine anyway. It's so pointless, and it's such a shame that the Easter eggs are just so underwhelming, because if they were better and more exciting, I think people would enjoy the map a little bit more, but not really a surprise, eh? Well, coming in at number 9, we've got the upgraded trip mines in Shadows of Evil. Now, I don't think many of us even use trip mines on the map anyway, but if you buy them off the wall near the water canals, you can go ahead and upgrade them by getting kills in front of different trolley cars. There was Ollie's cream cakes and Devilo's donuts, and it would transform them either into cream cakes or to donuts, which is a pointless thing, but it's extremely cool at the same time. Coming in at our final spot of the most pointless Easter eggs in Call of Duty Zombies is the upgraded Bowie Knife on Voyage of Despair. Now, we've always wanted to be able to upgrade the Bowie Knife, and it's never been a thing until Black Ops 4 Voyage, where if you buy the Bowie Knife and then melee kill a Blight Father using just the Bowie knife. Eventually, you're going to get an animation. It looks identical to the normal animation when you buy the Bowie knife, and then every few melees, it's going to actually let out a acid attack where the zombies are going to be puking once you've knifed them. Now, this is supposedly a stronger knife as well, being a 1 knife kill into the round 30 and upwards, but this only activates every couple of melees, so it's not a constant, and it's a little bit of a weird animation to get on the zombies. And let's face it, if you buy the Bowie knife, you already know from round 10 onwards, you're not really going to be knifing zombies anymore, and it's just a really pointless Easter egg to me. Honorable mention could also be the upgraded shield on Voyage of Despair, which takes a long time, a lot of hassle. And the only difference is that it has a very cool iced cryo freeze effect, and when you melee certain zombies, they will freeze and die. But that's literally it. Not a whole lot of difference. But there we go. That wraps it up. Let me know if I've missed any in the comments below. If you enjoyed, click that thumbs up button, subscribe, and I'll catch you for another video soon.